Turn it on, it's time to go. NaPodPoMo steals the show. 30 days of something new. On call for just for you. Every word, every line. Racing hearts, it's our time. This podcast is uncalled for. Open the door, hear what's in store. NaPodPoMo, it's a blast. Hit play and let the fun last. A mic, a dream, a spark of fire. Ideas climbing higher, higher. Day by day we're pushing through. All for this moment, just for you. This podcast is uncalled for. Open the door, hear what's in store. NaPodPoMo, it's a blast. Hit play and let the fun podcast is uncalled for. NaPodPoMo, forevermore. Let's go, let's go. Hear the roar and die for we all adore. This podcast is uncalled for. Open the door, hear what's in store. NaPodPoMo, it's a blast. Hit play and let the fun
All right, good morning, folks. NaPodPoMo Day 6 or Day Roku, depending on your language, of course. Emergency work errand today, but first I'm going to take you along probably the second to last streetcar routes that well, the last is the green line that is still very much in a planning phase. There's going to be a meeting next month. Yep. Got some streetcar, but now that I head in, there's a streetcar right there. Yep, the 805. So we're going to start this video. It's 20th and Main, because this is the 18th and Vine line that we're going to be driving down. So this is the next line that the Streetcar Authority started a study for very recently. So recently they don't even have a route platted yet, but come on, we all know 18th and Vine. So this is 19th Street. This is the Crossroads stop right here where the streetcar is currently. And we just happen to have a red light. So, alright. So we continue, and we are going to turn. Okay, so for some reason, the Wi-Fi hates this part of town, so we're going to have to do it this way. So, just a full circle, starting McGee, I'm at Oak now, so we're still along that 18th and Vine line. Yeah, we're talking about, so it goes right through the crossroads. They did have a provision for a block west of Maine, but I don't see traffic going there at all. Fuck you, just ran a red light. To your immediate right here is Grinders. Shout out to Stretch. Some of the most one interesting dude, I will say. All right, we got homes. There's a Max bus stop around here called Crossroads East. I can see a stop by that name around here. Now, there's a platform there on Holmes, and there's a platform there on Charlotte's. Okay, all right. A lot of miscommunication going on here today. All right. US 71 overhead here. Oh yeah, we're going. This is Troost right here. So now this stop, a lot of people are saying this should be where the ballpark is. Fuck you, no, it shouldn't, dude. This is hardly what I would call downtown. It's like downtown adjacent, really. No, that ballpark needs to be downtown, either East Village or Washington Square Park. You know, where Union Station and Grand Center already are. But here, no. It's just that one. But yeah, this would be really neat to connect with the 18th and Vine District. Via this mode of transit. Of course, they just started this study this year, just a couple of months ago. So don't expect this to actually go in for another decade. So that's the unfortunate. That's the unfortunate thing, is that the Streetcar is really cool and everything, but it takes a shitload of planning. And we have to turn here because this is the 18th and Vine District. You'll find Jazz Museum, the Negro Leagues Museum, all that right here. But as you will see, it is now closed because they are putting in a pedestrian mall area. So think the Nicollet Mall in Minneapolis. You've ever been there? And yeah, very historic African American, kind of like an African American downtown, if you will. So, but yeah, it's the 18th Street pedestrian mall between Paseo and Woodland. And while I'm here, yeah, this won't be part of the actual line, but let's take you to where 12th Street and Vine would be if Vine actually went to 12th Street. That famous song, standing on the corner of 12th Street and Vine. So currently I'm on Paseo, heading towards where that site would be. Standing on the corner of 12th Street and Vine. Standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. Because Vine actually ends at 18th Street. There, heads south. It does not go north. It would have to go under 70, which is the bridge we're under right now. Have to go under 70. And I'm just hanging around. So, how's everybody doing today? Alright. 13th Street right here. And I go on 12th Street. I'm not going to have to go too far down 12th Street to show you this. Pull your damn pants up, dude. Seriously. Yeah, it's this park right here that I'm painting to. There is actually a street sign here that says 12th Streets and Vine. And a little piano memorial type thing. But yeah, that's the place. It's a place. If you're standing on that corner, you'd be standing in that park. So that's pretty cool. And I'm going to end this video here. And fuck you very much, Crossroads District, for not giving me good wireless connection. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Trying to reconnect. And we got a fire truck coming this way. Lovely. So, yeah, we got hopefully that gets that 18th line out of the way. Now let's talk about fun shits regarding pedestrians in Kansas City. Specifically the ones that don't know how fucking crosswalk works. I just saw it here the other day, right here at our office. This is I'm on Inglewood. This is North Oaks Treffway. I'm about to cross. There's some good eats just across the street here, and I swear to God, I see a couple guys too impatient for the crosswalks to turn green, that they start crossing the fucking street as soon as traffic clears up. No, that's not how that works. You're supposed to stand there, wait for the cross light to turn green. It has to be your cross light, not the other way around. Wait for that to turn green, then you cross. Or I see people, especially downtown Westport in particular. You see this guys not even bothering with crossing a crosswalk. They just cross the fucking streets. Now, do these people have death wishes? So I don't know. I guess it's a remedial thing, folks. Go across the streets, do it at crosswalk, preferably one with a light, and just wait until your light, not the one that you're going with the traffic, wait until that light turns green, and then you can cross the streets. Don't go when your light is red and you got the cross traffic going. You're just asking to be killed at that point, you know. So be smarter, people. End of rant. Welcome to NaPodPoMo. Huh, ma. Day number 7. I can't believe we've done this 7 days now. Um, so y'all been seeing me downtown a lot lately, and I did see the video from yesterday. Apparently, the first video where I was going to try to explain the 18th and Vine line got cut off way too early. Uh, so yeah, we'll probably have to redo that. Say, happy first Friday, by the way, since I'm mentioning that. Um, Whether I actually participate remains to be seen. But I came across this article today from downtown KC.org. KC faces historic decision on a new Royals stadium. This is, if you're a regular listener to the podcast, you know this is a topic I care about a lot. Uh, I do think that baseball specifically needs to be downtown, and the best time to have done this for the Royals was 20 years ago when they when this topic was being spoken about the first time. So, so new owner, not new owner. Glass was a cheapo, and they won World Series despite him, I think. And now we have an owner in Sherman who actually wants to make stuff happen. And there's some stuff that will be released in season 10 that touches on this very topic as well. And but we'll read the article. And as you see, this is a rendering of what a Washington Square Park ballpark would look like. You have um, between Main Street on the west. This is looking north, by the way. Main Street on the west side. Uh, as Grand on the east side, and those buildings. There's a bunch of buildings there already, part of Crown Center that could see more team use, I think. And the other side is well, it's a Sheraton now, but that is the infamous Hyatt right there. That of the Skywalk collapse back in the 80s. Uh, it's strange that they didn't put in the streetcar there on Main, but that's okay. That's okay. We know it's there. So, a decision may be coming on the Royals location very soon, and it remains one of the most impactful local development projects in a generation. It will literally shape the future of Kansas City. True. Now, you can make your voice heard. The Royals are seeking input from the fans on where the stadium should be located. Whether we choose one of two suburban sites, well, North KC is a suburb. That's it, but it's still there, like downtown adjacent. And the other side, of course, is South OP, which I'm vehemently opposed to. Or whether we build on the incredible momentum of our revitalized downtown. Yes. Um, so, for their context, downtown Kansas City has improved significantly in the past 20 years. And I think that was accelerated, if you will, by introducing the streetcar. So Kansas City has arrived at pivotal decision points. The location of the Royals' future stadium will have a dramatic and lasting impact on the trajectory of our city. The clear choice is to build an iconic new downtown stadium mixed-use ballparks district that can serve as a permanent anchor in the heart of Kansas City's cultural center. This is a rare chance for us to create not only a superior fan experience, but also an amazing tourist experience for conventioneers and vacationing families. This is our shot at making Kansas City one of the top destinations in America. Imagine the excitement of visitors enjoying downtown baseball and conveniently riding the KC streetcar from the CPKC Stadium on the riverfronts to the River Markets, Powerlight District, Kaufman Center for Performing Arts, Crossroads Arts District, 18th Divine Historic Jazz District, Union Station, Crown Center, the National World War One Museum and Memorial, the Nelson Atkins and Kemper Museums, Country Club Plaza, UMKC, and countless entertainment venues and restaurants along the way. Unique assets like this have a synergy, a multiplier effect when located in close proximity to each other. Now, visualize the rave reviews that fans and visitors who give Kansas City will give Kansas City after attending a Royals game amid so many easily accessible cultural and entertainment attractions. Picture the backdrop of our downtown skyline from the stands in a new ballpark in Washington Square Park that would showcase our beautiful city like never before. Pause. Um, so let's start with the accessibility stuff. Kaufman is not as accessible as people would like to think. It is only accessible by car, and even then, that is a stretch. If you've ever been there, is a is a bit of a stretch. I've said before, I will say it again. The closest eatery, not actually in the stadium, is a Taco Bell located across Blue Ridge Cutoff from uh, the stadium. Blue Ridge Cutoff at that point is 6 lanes. So unless you want to be an idiot and try to cross 6 lanes of traffic in one go, probably not worth it, especially because it's Taco Bell. And I'm not knocking Taco Bell at all, because I will occasionally eat Taco Bell, but still, that's the point number two. Yeah, the current view is basically you're looking across I-70 at um, not much, just a hill. Um, you want to see downtown? You're going to have to leave the seating area, and then it's blocked by another giant hill. So so and uh, and as to Washington Square Park, I've said this before, is right across the street from Union Station. In fact, the northbound platform at Union Station, part of the new extension, is in Washington Square Park. You already have the link connecting Union Station to Grant Center, which is across the street the other way. And people like to bitch about the parking. There's already plenty of parking in that area, whether it's Union Station parking or Grant Center parking or what have you. Plus, you have the streetcar there. If you wanted to take the streetcar, yeah, go for it. Just park in the plaza where parking is plentiful and always free. Everything like that. And just step on a streetcar, which is also free. And the new portion is pretty uh, fast as is. Thank you for instituting the transit only line. and all that. So, uh, I'll get that in a second. Um, yeah, it makes the streetcar a lot faster and not having to deal uh, with the traffic of in being in the lane, all that. So, so yeah, this is a good opportunity to debunk all the haters and shut the fuck up about tailgating. Tailgating is more of a football activity. All right, that's something you're expecting for the NFL team. You don't expect tailgating at baseball. There's no tailgating in baseball. I guess there is, but it's not part of the baseball culture, is what I'm saying. Now, back to the article. So, and one more thing about Washington Square Park in particular. It is a very criminally underused park. The only people I've ever really seen use that park are homeless people. So, continuing. So, think of the tremendous amounts of new tourist revenue that would flow to local businesses and boost our city's economy, as well as the team's economy, because the Royals consistently, only the two Florida teams um, generally get worse revenue than the Royals do. Uh, further fulfilling the vision of Mayor K. Barnes, the River Crown Plaza district features the highest concentration of hotels and demand generators in the Kansas City region. um, all of which are now conveniently connected by the expanded streetcar line like a string of pearls. And there's simply no better place for a new ballpark. Agreed. Agreed. And yes, today's vision does uh, have roots with Mayor Barnes back in the early 2000s. She's really the one that uh, puts downtown revitalization on the front burner, and the subsequent mayors, particularly Lucas, right now have built on her vision, and certainly now that the streetcar goes all the way to the plaza, yeah, absolutely, uh, absolutely. So a let's move on. A new downtown stadium would support existing hotels. True. Restaurants and entertainment venues in a clean, safe, clean, and walkable environment. And that's a key word. Walkable. Kaufman is not walkable, like at all. Downtown has a uniquely permanent character, is home to historic architecture, beautiful landscapes, and has stood the test of time. It is what gives Kansas City its identity. Okay. Yeah. The heart of a metro area is its downtown, and you can't let the downtown die. Which brings us to the next uh, sentence. KC made a critical mistake in the 1970s by dispersing major assets, the airport, the stadiums, Kemper Arena, and shopping centers to all points on the compass. Like kicking the logs of a roaring fire, we scattered them and weakened our core through suburban sprawl. Predictably, the fire died out. Yeah, no shit, dude. Uh, that's a car culture at its absolute worst, right there, Andy. And that's the other piece of it is making everything car dependent. and putting too much power in the suburbs. And that said, uh, that's given another giving more credence to do not put this ballpark in South OP. All right. Over the last 2 decades, though, downtown has experienced a incredible transformation that continues today. With nearly 34,000 residents, 35% of the city's employment base, millions of visitors, and a vibrant cultural scene, downtown is returning to its glory days. Ballpark, a baseball stadium would be the final piece to the puzzle of our remarkable resurgence. More than 180,000 people live, work, and play downtown every day. It is the only place in the metro with the infrastructure to accommodate large crowds and vehicular traffic. To all those idiots complaining about traffic. Hmm. Yeah. We witnessed this last month when, on the same evening, over 100,000 people descended upon downtown to attend the Chapel Roan concert at Liberty Memorial, celebrate First Friday, attend Oktoberfest, cheer on the PBR rodeo amid other festivities. Yeah, that's a lot going on there and can only happen in the downtown area. So, downtown has welcomed the largest crowds in our city's history, including World Series and Super Bowl victory celebrations. On that site, by the way, on that site at Union Station into Washington Square Park. So again, shut the fuck up about traffic and getting in and out. Now, people find stuff to do while they're waiting for traffic to die down. That's something else that these idiots forget. So, so World Series and Super Bowl victory celebrations with hundreds of thousands of visitors. An estimated 300,000 attended the recent NFL draft in 2023. Hi, how you doing? And next year, downtown will be the epicenter of the World Cup events. Um, yeah, how different that draft experience might have been had the Main Street extension actually been completed at that time. It's still just very early being worked on, and now that World War I Museum and Memorial has its own stop, yeah, maybe you could you could have easily just taken the streetcar there. I don't know. I don't know, but they are proving a point here. So the proposed stadium site at Washington Square Park is uniquely equipped to handle baseball stadium traffic. Accessibility is key to removing barriers to participation by many of our citizens, and downtown's existing infrastructure provides seamless connectivity and accessibility to neighborhoods throughout the region. Downtown is a hub for our city with 33 existing bus routes connecting to east and west neighborhoods, suburbs to the north and south, as well as the entire region. In addition, the expanding free to the public KC streetcar line offers an opportunity for 47,000 residents who live along the streetcar corridor to enjoy a dinner in Midtown or the Plaza and a game downtown without a car. It is conveniently accessible by 9 nearby interstate ramps. It is served by several major arterial streets in the city's in, incom, incomparably if, efficient grid system, as well as, ooh, ready for this? By roughly 20,000 parking spaces within a 4 block radius. So shut the fuck up about parking at this. at the ballpark because it's there. All right. And much like the stadium itself, yes, you will have to pay for it, but you don't want to pay for parking, just park on the plaza, take the streetcar up. Not going to cost you a thing. Downtown is the center of our region, a place where everyone in our community feels welcome. Outside of Power Line District, but that's a discussion for another time. 60% of the residential population within Greater Downtown is a diverse cross-section of African Americans, Hispanics, Asians, Native Americans, and those of mixed ancestry. It also offers the shortest average commute for fans from the Northland, Eastern Jackson County, Johnson County, South KC. You forgot KCK, but that's okay. And it's only 20 minutes from the airport. Again, KCI out in the sprawl, but still. The location at Washington Square Park represents an unbeatable fan experience within walking distance of many of Kansas City's best existing restaurants and entertainment venues, particularly enjoyable in the warm weather months of the year during baseball season. We cannot repeat the mistakes of our past. If you agree that the Royals' new stadium belongs in Washington Square Park, please let the team know how you feel. If you received the survey, I did not receive a survey. I heard about the survey, did not receive it. Let your voice be heard by supporting downtown baseball and the questions asked. Even if you don't receive the survey, please take a minute to send a message to the Royals at fanfeedback@royals.com and help make Kansas City one of the best downtowns in America. Let's get this decision right, Kansas City. It's time to play ball downtown. November 6, 2025. So it was written yesterday by Tommy Wilson. Thank you, Tommy, for this. And let's go ahead and write that email right now. So, all right, I'm going to stop share. And here's how important this issue is. I've been calling for a downtown ballpark since they first talked about it back in 2001, 2002 time period. When that's when I was a student at UMKC, currently the southern terminus of the streetcar line. All right. I'm going to write this email, and you don't want to hear me typing. So we're going to end this video now. There might be more videos later today, and we're still doing this every day in November. We're doing something on this, yeah. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you. I'll see you next time. All right, let's get this done real quickly. So happy ThanksRibbing, everybody. So something we can't really do on the podcast, but we're doing it now. McRibs out. All right, I gotta eat real quick. So, all right, that's it for this post. Good morning, happy Saturday. Look at the elephant up there. Quit being a pussy. It debates. Ask Daddy for permission. It is what it is. No, I'm joking. So, So, about to head to the office to do recording. Then I works at Cardboard Corner the other day, and I went to edit it last night. Was turned off by just how loud it was. So we're on. All right, we're back. So yeah, we're just going to do this at the office. We're just going to do this at the office before everyone else shows up. And if you're in the Kansas City area, 2 p.m. is when we start at our Chess Club office in the Northland, North Oak, and Inglewood on that southeast corner there, Suites 10A. Speaking of work, let's talk about yesterday doing the DoorDash and how bullshit it really was. So DoorDash is kind of a hit or miss type deal. I say, is it possible to get $100 in a week? Absolutely. Is it possible to get $200? Absolutely. It depends on what you're willing to take. I guess is the best way to describe it. And a couple things I am absolutely not willing to take. First off, stack orders. This is the idea of having a DoorDash driver take 2 orders at the same time. That's not happening, not with me. Because I have problems enough filling 1 order at a time, let alone 2. So if you want, DoorDash, do something to fix that. All right, I'm tired of having to turn down order after order because it's 2 different orders, or 2 orders from the same place. Is the absolute worst because you can easily confuse the 2. But also unacceptable is 2 orders from 2 different places going to 2 other places. That's not happening. Alright, so can we knock that shit off? So number 2, unacceptably low ball orders, like $2. Well, anything less than 5 is not worth it. Anything less than 5 is not worth it. Anything less than 10, well, you can do 5 to 10, but keep it in the county, please. If I have to, and this is a real concern here in the Kansas City area, if I have to cross the state line or county line, it needs to be 10, period. All right, stop lowballing your drivers. All right. And another legitimate bitch here about interstate travel, and that I don't do interstate travel, or at least I try not to. But some of these DoorDash orders make it impossible to avoid, and that pisses me off. And is it possible to get to where you're going without having to take the interstate? Again, it depends on where you're going. Like, for instance, if I'm going up to Northland, I can avoid interstate travel going to Northland. Just take the Broadway or the Car of America or Shoto. Those are not interstate highways, but they're still highways. So it is possible, but very difficult to avoid getting on an interstate to go to Northland. And some places just impossible gardener, like a de facto. Are you fucking kidding me? Blue Springs, 40. That's how 40 or Colburn Road just reopened. So that whole thing is going west to east. Prairie Star Road, 95th Street, Bannister Road, Colburn Road. It's all the same street. That was just recently opened, so you could get to Blue Springs without having to take a highway. But if you do have to take a highway, just take 40, US 40. Gets you there. But yeah, and there's just certain restaurants I would never set foot in. Thank God Jack in the Box went away. Here's my opinion about Jack in the Box. I'm old enough to remember when people died eating their food. Alright? So no, I have never and will never eat Jack in the Box. I am not interested in dying just yet. So certainly not dying from food poisoning, which is not a fun experience. If you've been able to avoid it, great, but it ain't fun. I once got food poisoning at the Westin when I did security there. That's why I don't like undercooked meat. It needs to be well done or F off. Anyway. On the subject of food, I think we'll do another bit of food prawn. Coming up here, I will be stopping by my favorite bagel place on the way to the office. But yeah, just had to get that out of the way about DoorDash. For the love of God, stop with these stack orders and stop underpaying your drivers. Alright. That is all. Back shortly for some food prawn and discuss us not as Mr. Tony would say, these guys, they never touch the Old Testament. More like hated the Old Testament. Einstein Bagels. I like them. Is the Prairie Village Einstein Bagels one of two that I particularly like, and the one that's really on the way to work for me. The other one is College and Antioch, if you know the area well, and that one, that's close to where my brother has been doing his therapy and stuff. Long story, but alright. So this one's a cinnamon raisin. Cinnamon, I guess, is good for particularly digesting sugars, and that's why I take 2 cinnamon a day. And I also have a pretzel and a maple French toasts in there, untoasted and uncut, just with. All right, so I'll go in here, and that's it for our second attempt at food prawn on this podcast. Good morning again. So, looking back at the video I shot earlier, a couple days ago, for what would be the 18th and Vine extension of the streetcar. Turns out that video, a lot of that video did not take because of the craptastic Wi-Fi connections here in Casey's Crossroads district. So we're doing this again. This time for the full line, and we're starting. Paying no heed to this guy's license plate in front of me. But we are at 19th and Main, the Crossroads stop on the starter portion of the streetcar line. We're going to go north one block to 18th Street. Alright, so this is 18th Street. The corridor actually goes a block west as well, but I don't see them wasting time putting track one block west up there. So we're going to go east. So we're on 18th Street now, in the heart of the Crossroads district. And go there. I could see, I'll tell you where I could see potential stops. You can see one about here. This is Grand Boulevard. Downtown to my left, the downtown district to my left, Crown Center to my right. We're right in the heart of the Crossroads. To my immediate left, that's the old KC Star office building, the newspaper. And to my right here, this old bank building, that's Scientology. So, hail Xenu. So I'll save you a few thousand, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and suggest watching the South Park episode, Tribes in the Colossus, which is all about Scientology. Alright, this is McGee Street. Shout out to the Mod Gallery, which is not too far from here. To my right, and to my left is the Brick, one of the better dive places in town. Right here is Oak Street, just down the street from Children's Mercy to my right, and to my left again downtown. That'd be the back side of Sprint Center, or T-Mobile Center, I should say. And I could see another stop happening. Well, it would definitely be. I can see one at Grand. I can see one just past here, because there's a lot of restaurants around here that I feel it's like Grinders over here. So shout outs to the famous Stretch. That dude is interesting. Alright, we're coming up so I could see a stop between Holmes, this light right here, and then Charlotte is the next stop sign. And that's because there is a Max bus stop here called Crossroads East. There's a platform right here to my left on Holmes, and then the other platform for this bus stop is right to my right when we cross Charlotte. So basically around here I could see a Crossroads East stop for this line, which by the way, they just started the study, so probably give it a little time before to see what they have in mind. So once again, underneath US 71, which joins the downtown loop. but doesn't become an interstate until Grandview because of all those, because of a trio of traffic lights much further south of here. So this is Truce, and once again, the park to our immediate left, certain people want the ballpark to go there. I don't think it should go there. I think it needs to be downtown proper, which would be west of here, or the greater downtown proper, which would it's basically ending at Crown Center, which screams Washington Square Park. So let's get that shit done. So ATA building. ATA does not. ATA is a separate entity from the Streetcar, but they work closely together. And of course, like I said from the video earlier this week, they are doing construction on 18th Street right here at the 18th and 9th districts. So we can't drive further. Go Chiefs, Mahomes, Reed, Kelsey. I think we'll end this video here because I think I'll be repeating myself for a lot of it. But it's good to go this way today, especially because trying to do river markets right now, it's going to be crowded. You see a lot of fake Christians out there saying, "Oh, the end is near. Support Israel." To those people, I can say kindly just fuck off and continue fucking off till I say stop. All right. Well, and then right here. Sunday, the message for cold feet crowded. No, it's not. So just want to get this out of the way. First of all, it is cold today, so and no, this is not the uncalled for sweatshirt. That is a yeah. Now let's go and repeat that. Well, now onto the weather. It's fucking cold. Thanks to Randy Marsh, son of a bitch. So, Grandpa Burgers, get gas, help my dad out, and then, ironically, host a open casual thing for wannabe naked people. So, go from there. So it should be a fairly chill day today, and that's about it. All right, so as promised, we'll be going to this thing real quick, and let me show you where we are. Oh boy. And that is the Nilsson. There's four crumbs in the streets. Yep. And if we get an okay from people to be on, then we'll be on later. So in the meantime, I gotta show you. Here's this, the famous. Hang on. Shuttlecock. Morning, happy Monday. It's gonna be a tough few days for me. So I do have a dentist appointment in a couple of hours. I do want to talk tariffs today and Donnie dipshit's insistence that they're making the country rich. No, that's not how tariffs work, like, at all. How this guy was allowed to run a business, let alone the United States government, is insanity, because they teach about tariffs in business school. Okay. And my understanding of tariffs is that the country that's the target of the tariffs, they're not the ones that pay the tariffs. No, the tariffs are paid by the company importing the goods from that country. Okay, so let's say to use an example, let's say a company here in the States were to buy goods from China. Do you think China's paying the tariff? No, it's the company importing those goods from China that's paying the tariff. And of course, businesses being businesses, they will try pass the buck, if you will, and charge customers for the increased cost of doing tariffs. So if anyone's it sure sounds like the average American citizen. No. So stop with this bullshit. And to their credit, the courts are doing the right things. And yeah, these are taxes, dude. These are taxes. You do not have the authority to tax like this. So give the money back. Well, the money would go back to, well, it should go back to the companies that were forced to pay those taxes in the first place. Now, the news reports are correct that he wants to give the average American a $2K check. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. So, and on the subject of Donnie, should of course, we all know Washington Commanders are getting a new stadium on the side of the old RFK, And this piece of shit is insisting, that's named, the state has to be named after me, and change the name back to the racist old name, which that's not happening. And also, I would like to remind the Commanders ownership of the history of this clown in relation to the National Football League. In the 80s, there was a spring league, you may have heard of it, the USFL. And this is the USFL 1.0, not the USFL 2.0 that had some of the same team names that wound up being part of the UFL today. Right? Donnie owned a team in that league called the New Jersey Generals. And his roster included the likes of Doug Flutie and Herschel Walker. He of This Erection is About the People. Infamy. So that version of the USFL ran from 83 to 85. Michigan Panthers, by the way, won the very first one. The same Michigan Panthers that are currently in stasis in the UFL because Ford Field is too large for them, and there's not yet a suitable soccer stadium for them to play in. But Donnie owned the Generals and insisted on moving the USFL from the spring. Would have been terrific spring league to the fall to compete directly with the National Football League. He wound up filing a lawsuit, an antitrust lawsuit against the NFL. He won. You want to know what the judgment was? $3 and some change. And as a result, the USFL folded. And I do recall reading this, Donnie talking with Pete Rozelle, who was the commissioner of the NFL at the time. Rozelle and his immediate successor, Paul Tagliabue, who just passed away yesterday, better commissioners than the current guy. All right. Rozelle, to his credit, told Donnie to his face, "You will never own an NFL team. As long as I have anything to do with it, you will have nothing to do with this league." I think it would behoove current NFL owners to heed that advice, particularly to this jackass, particularly in regards to this jackass. But at the end of the day, the thing that motivates those people more than anything is money. It's a big part of the reason that St. Louis got screwed, right? So to the Washington Commanders owners, please do the right thing and don't name your new stadium after this guy. Yeah, because let's be honest, everything he's touched turns to crap, right? Whether it's his crappy real estate properties, or a football league, or steaks, or vodka, or fake universities. Yeah, everything he touches turns to crap. So do the right thing and not name shit after this guy. That's it. That's it for, this video. Yeah, I'll see you about future videos today, and of course, we'll be doing this throughout the month of November. I can't believe we're already 10 days in. So. So, post 2 for today. Gotta go see the dentist. But get this out of the way. So yeah, I chipped a tooth last week. So just get that. Once again, stunning indictment of the American way of doing things, whether it's dentistry or medicine. And I said before earlier today, I'll say it again. If the U.S. is in fact making money off those tariffs, and I guarantee you they're not, where's the effing check? All right. So we'll take care of this. I might be tuned down up a little bit, but yeah. All right, greetings from the Blue Springs South branch of the Mid-Continent Public Library, and one of my favorite South Park jokes of all time. So from this moment on, we will be agnostics, and we will drink only agnostic beverages. Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pepper, because what flavor is it? It's neither root beer nor cola. Nobody knows for sure what it is, and nobody can be sure. So, good evening. We're doing another one tonight. 2 reasons. One, so I could get the ramen joke out of the way. So, ramen de sushi o torinakia ino dase. Translation for my non-Japanese speakers: if ramen doesn't bring you ratings, bring out the dogs. We'll let that cool down before we eat. But the other thing I want to do today is address. Here it is. This is a Facebook post from today from Chris Morrow. Chris is the former mayor of Gardner, Kansas, in the southeast corner of Johnson County. Himself a progressive Democrat. Managed to get elected mayor in Gardner, so kudos to that, and I will always respect him for that. But he had also run for a few other offices, including he was the lieutenant governor running mates for the late Carl Brewer in 2018 and 2016. He ran for Kansas Senate. He ran in a district other than mine. But one thing I did not bring up is that outside of Healy, a lot of the other candidates in that race were quite sympathetic to me, and quite bummed when I got primaried and lost. And Chris was one of them. Chris's brother Kelly lives not too far from here, and was a supporter of mine for the city council. So yeah, let's go ahead and read what Chris has here. So I'm prepared to change my party affiliation away from the Democrats. It may be unaffiliated, no labels. Yeah. Had enough with the angriest voices dominating our politics. Help no labels make Congress work. Not exactly sure what No Labels is, but all right, not a fan. Or United Kansas Party. This is one I will look into for myself, or plan on going to affiliate, but because I've been a Democrat since I was registered to vote uh, during Clinton's reelection in '96. If you've got an opinion, make a case. Members of the GOP and Libertarian Party should save their time. Also, Act Blue. I'll be blocking your emails and texts. Act Blue is a fundraising arm of the Democratic Party. Um, I never quite understood how that works as a candidate, but oh well. So let's read a few of these comments. We'll start with Sean Stewart. Sean, I met during my 21 race. Um, uh, he and I uh, talked about the issues and all that, and it was through Sean that I found out about Holly's passing. So there. He says, "Great place to be in this environment. I'd go with Indy. If there's a, but there's very little appealing about the corporatist party or the Nazi party. Once again, Bill Maher, Democrats moved to the center and the Republicans into a mental hospital." And I think I have a response here. So this comment from Alexis Simmons. I guess she's an elected in Topeka. I don't know. My case, not to change your affiliation, is that this punishes state level Democrats much more severely than punish or impact any congressional Democrat, of which there is only one in Kansas, and they tried to gerrymander her out again and failed this time. And I promise many of us state level elected Dems are equally livid this morning. Um, so we're talking about centrist um, Dems in the United States Senate uh, caving to Republican demands and decide to vote in favor of cloture to end a filibuster that's pretty much shut down the government, um, with the promise that they would talk about expanding ACA benefits for a little while longer. All right. To which here's my responses. So unfortunately, I'm going to start. Yeah, a certain elected should be very afraid of what I'm going to say now. So unfortunately, many state and local level Democratic electeds are just as bad as their Republican counterparts. Uh, yeah, that's true. Exhibit A is none other than Brandon Woodard. During the 2016 cycle, he was a volunteer for my primary opponent for the state Senate, whom I will not say his name here. We all know who I'm talking about. If you listen to this podcast, you know exactly who I'm talking about. But you can look it up. 2016 Kansas Senate District 21. Um, and keep in mind that how big of a scumbag he is. And allegedly told caucus goers they had to sign the petition to get my opponent on the ballot or they wouldn't be allowed to participate. Now, if that's true, it's a very serious crime. I'm pretty sure there's a statute of limitations to it. So, Mr. Woodard, you're lucky that you are not in jail. But then in 2018, Woodard primaried another progressive candidate, Matthew Calcara, and allegedly used dirty tactics to knock him out. Fortunately, Mr. Calcara is way more magnanimous than I am. So, so there you go. Um, we need better Democrats at the state and local level, but the party isn't delivering. And no shit. Uh, I'll I'll throw in Jason Probst here, former state rep. He's out of Hutchinson. Good guy. I met him a couple times. Very few Democrats really understand the nature of power, how to use it, and perhaps worse yet, how to message anything in a way that remotely appeals to most voters. And that's true. The primary complaint from voters about Democrats is that they are weak. And for the most part, we spare no effort in showing just how true that is. And we'll go ahead and read his next comment. So credit once again, Jason Probst. TLDR. Democrats again snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. First, Democrats had just won a resounding electoral victory, which unfortunately will not translate to the House or the Senate till next year at the earliest. That energy just sucked out. That energy got sucked out of the room by their decision to cave. Now progressives are angry at the moderates. Well, that's been true for a while, Jason. And the House Dems feel betrayed once again by their Senate colleagues. Okay. Second, if the Surrender Caucus knew it was going to move to end the shutdown, they needed to lead with messaging, not explain themselves after the fact. The public needed to hear much more about how the Republicans refused to deal. Yep. Uh, there had only been there had only been one public GOP rejection of a reasonable proposal by Schumer to extend ACA subsidies in exchange for a reopening of the government. My understanding is, well, Schumer is the Senate leader for the Dems, but was not one of the eights that voted to end the closure. Um, so that needed to happen several times until it was crystal clear to every American that the GOP has zero interest in extending them. It would have been much better since we got this far already to allow the pain of air travel disruptions to cause GOP officials to hear from their affected constituents, and for the millions of MAGA voters on food assistance to understand that the White House wasn't going to do a thing except throw more lavish parties at Mar-a-Lago. Democrats could have queued all this up and told the voters that Donnie was even willing to ruin Thanksgiving and that they were there to finally pull us out of the nosedive the GOP has put this country into. Um, this uh, this, of course, in the context that they're so out of touch with reality. Even Donnie said, "Well, groceries are going down." No, they're not. No, they're not. This is probably the cheapest thing I'm able to buy at the grocery store right here for less than $1. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous how expensive anything is gonna. All of these opportunities are now wasted when they say that Democrats don't know how to message. This is a very good example of that. I agree. I agree. Oh, and we got a couple of comments to my earlier comments about Woodard. So we'll start with yeah, so we'll start with David Glover here. So Brandon Woodard also backs the former Republican chair for a city council seat in Wichita over a labor leader. Then the legislators made him minority leader. So, so yeah, total scumbag. Lee adds, that's a bit of a false equivalency, but the Democratic Party is letting us down on a regular basis. To which I respond, first to David, that doesn't surprise me at all. Again, this guy allegedly was telling people, uh, sign Logan's petition or you can't vote, which is highly illegal. I don't care how joking it was. If it's true, you should be in prison, pal. Not the minority leader in the Kansas House. And to Lee, I said, trust me, I know Republicans have done even more despicable things. Yeah. By the way, Kansas House, the entire House is up for re-election in 26. If you happen to live in Lenexa, which is about where Woodard's district is, please, for the love of God, primary this son of a bitch. Uh, let's see if we can find any more gold here. Yeah, there were 8 senators that participated in this thing. I'm a big fan of no labels. Say more. All right. Oh, this is a good one from Alexandra. The Democratic Party definitely needs a massive overhaul. Yeah, no shit. The party doesn't fit our needs anymore. The leadership is not working for us. I could just told you that 10 years ago. But uh, they don't understand the people they represent. Also could told you that 10 years ago. Donnie and his cronies have been trying to destroy this country for over 10 years, and the Democratic Party takes no action, even when they have had the power to do so, mostly because of right-wing lying and complaining. And when Donnie got elected last year, I really thought there would be a fight from the party. It truly has been left to the people, and we are doing a mighty fine job, I might add. Frog emoji. I do agree that with others about staying dim until elections next year. So, Will Hazelwood may be a moron. So you're fine with people starving to death. That's what would happen if we continue to shut down. So maybe not as. And Alexandra, but of course not. First off, SNAP is not related to the shutdown. It was a threat to Democrats. The backup funds are to be used in a shutdown scenario. The courts were demanding the funding. I think this administration will continue to fight food benefits regardless of the vote yesterday. I hope the Democratic leadership comes out with strong messaging moving forward. I don't see that currently. Chuck Schmidt stayed dim to help the. I'm sorry. Yeah, stay dim to help the state party break this supermajority. Oh yeah, Republicans have a supermajority in both the House and the Senate here in this state. One thing that may, uh, but the Senate is not up for, no Senate seat is up for re-election in 26. They're all open in 28. One thing that might actually help with this decision in Congress is now Republicans will have to go on record about ACA subsidies. And Chris very astutely said, I don't trust the state party to break the supermajority Neither do I, for exactly the reasons we were discussing. Woodard, do you trust the current elected Democratic legislatures to fight for you? Um, the party or the voters? That's a good question. But I will answer your question here, Alexis. No, I do not. Certainly not when Brandon fucking Woodard is running the House Democrats. And I certainly don't trust my state rep. Uh, if I had the money, I would probably run myself for House 22. The state party is in worse shape than the national party. True. If you're depending on the KDP for anything, you will be disappointed. They can't find their asses with both hands. A map and a flashlight. Okay. Majority, but certainly not all. I don't trust them to reach and sway the voters. I agree on both those points. Switching parties makes no sense. I am not a fan of the state national party apparatus, but I don't want to give to them. I don't have to give to them. I don't anymore. Just candidates. All right, that's probably the best way to go. So, what is your alternative? Just give up because no third party or independent is going to win an election. Bah, 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 bah. But okay, private medical cannabis, yeah, which yeah, fuck you, Time Masterson, for blocking that. Medicaid expansion that's been blocked for forever. School vouchers, that oh boy, that's a huge fish. So, all right. Uh, that's right. Another one from Chris. So I would stay if they removed Schumer, Durbin, and Cortez Masto from leadership and replace them with some combination of Markley, Duckworth, Warnock, Ossoff, and or Kelly. All current senators in the United States Senate, by the way. Debbie, I'm going to quote you here. So true. I'm not fond of the party leadership. I'm a big fan of Duckworth, amputee. All right, combat veteran, amputee. Merkley, Kelly, astronaut, astronaut, and Slotkin. Not a fan of hers. Warnock is decent too, absolutely. I don't know enough about Ossoff, except that he's up for re-election this year in Georgia. But I like what I've seen so far. They have an old guard that's timid and an AOC wing. I would also add Bernie to that. That isn't astute enough about economics nor national security. I don't know about that. AOC is in the Bernie wing of the party, and Claire is a pretty firm grasp on economics. By the way, when I was in the military, I voted for H.W. Bush, who handled Desert Storm. Yeah, it's Shield is Desert Shield, and then became Desert Storm later when they officially declared war there back in the 90s. And it kept the Christian coalition at bay versus inviting them in like his former boss. Obviously, a dig at Reagan, which hey, I'm all for. I'm all for. Fuck Reagan. So, dude was anti-union, yet he was the head of a union. So he knew how to control the crazy in his own party. Good commander in chief. So, uh, yeah, I would agree on H.W. Bush. Uh, and I'll read a couple more. So Brandon Smith, of course, another progressive, ran for uh, ran for House 22 here. Lives right behind me. I'm right there with you, brother. I already did it. It's just a bunch of bullshit there. Congress and the courts, all of this together. And then add one more from me. At a local and state level, I share your disgust with the types of candidates the Democratic Party has been putting out there. Of course, you, Chris, saw firsthand what they did to me in 16. Yes, he did. If I were to change parties, it'd be to independent because let's be honest, the Republicans really don't like me either. So, Scott Gregory, former city councilman in Roland Park, in particular, complaints. You do realize the history of third parties in the U.S. Uh, yeah, that's true. That's true. We don't have third parties don't have a particularly good track record. They would have Jan Peterson changing to United Kansas Party, which I'm going to have to read more about the United Kansas Party before. What's the point of uh come on, folks. Yeah. Micheline Berger, I remember the name. I think she was involved with League of Women Voters at one point. Be careful. I think you are overreacting if the rogue Dems are your reps. Voice your outrage. However, the mission remains the same, defeat all the R's. Well, I can tell you in Chris's case, his electeds in Topeka, in that corner of the county, are all R's. I do have a rogue D as a, state rep. Not so much in the Senate. Dinah's been uh, quite solid. I think I'd still support Dinah if as long as she's running, and I'm still very much owed an apology for it. Uh, I'll address Paula Sales and local Bernie try DSA. I think it's Democratic Socialists of America. I'll look that up too. They have the policy prescriptions that are needed to fix what ails us, and they are having success in organizing for electoral candidates. All right, may need to consider that. And I mentioned Kelly Morrow. He has a thing to say. The Johnson County Lexus Democrats have convinced me to go independent. Yeah, fuck you, Logan. Fuck you, Brandon. So, oh, maybe I will. Maybe I will. So, yeah, a couple more, and then someone else is typing. And no, uh, this is a good time to yeah, we're gonna stop share, and yeah, a good time to consider my political affiliation choices. Do I stay Democratic or do I consider going independent or one of these other third parties or something? Because well, the Republicans don't like they hate my guts. All right. That much is certain. Uh, the Dems, they're not that much. Uh, the ones in control of the party are not that much better. All right. I'm still owed an apology over 16, by the way. I don't think I'm ever going to get it, but so, all right. I think we'll go and end this session here. I will see y'all tomorrow. All right, we're doing this again, so we're on. This is our fifth video today. Wow, must be a lot keeping me interested. So, uh, I promised we would look at this Kansas United, or United Kansas Party. rather. So UnitedKansas.com is the website. We have a, blue and gold buffalo uh, as the party logo. So I contribute. Welcome to the United Kansas Party. A new direction for Kansas starts here. We're not red. We're not blue. We're something new. The United Kansas Party, it was born out of a simple but powerful idea. Kansans deserve real choices, real leadership, and real solutions, not partisan gridlock. We are an independent, people-powered party dedicated to rebuilding trust in government, protecting individual freedoms, and bringing Kansans together around common sense solutions. Whether you're fed up with the extremes of both parties or simply believe Kansas can do better, you have a home here. Okay, so pause. Um, my issue with the Republicans is that they've gone extreme. My issue with my own party, the Democratic Party, is that they're trying to be Republican light. All right. They're trying to be Republican light. So, join us as we build a movement from the middle, from rural for rural towns and city streets, for family farmers, small business owners, teachers, and working families, for all Kansans. Together, we're not just imagining a better Kansas, we're making it happen. Uh, about the United Kansas Party, it's created by Kansans who are tired of being forced to choose between the lesser two evils. We believe that leadership should be local, solutions should be practical, politics should be about people, not party bosses or big donors. Okay, so score point for the Bernie folks. We are fusion focused, forward thinking political party committed to local control over state mandates. Uh, that's something you hear mostly from Republicans, but transparent government that works for all, not just a connected few. Agreed. Affordable housing. That's a big issue nationwide, not just here. Strong public schools and thriving rural communities, expanding ballot access and fair elections. Amen to that. Uh, I would go as far as to suggest that we make ranked choice a thing nationwide, but start to say hello. Protecting freedoms, including dissent and voting rights, ending toxic partisanship, and replacing it with collaboration and common ground. United Kansas is not just a political party. It's movements to restore integrity, decency, and Kansas common sense to public service. We welcome independents, moderate Democrats, traditional Republicans, and anyone ready to chart a new course. If you believe Kansas deserves leaders who listen, solutions that work, and a system that's fair, join us. Kansas first, people always. Once again, the assumption is that the Democratic Party is too far left. It is not. It is, I'll say it before, I'll say it again, they're trying to be a Republican light. So right there, we have a difference of opinion. So, all right. So our value, okay. Mission statements. Our mission is simple: to unite Kansans under shared values and common goals. We believe that while our political beliefs may differ, our love for the states and its people is a bond that can bring us together. By focusing on our shared interests and mutual respect, we can create a future where every Kansan feels represented and empowered. Uh, the United Kansas movement is built on principles that resonate with all Kansans. Multi-party dialogue. Okay, I can agree with that. We champion open conversations that prioritize understanding and collaboration over party lines. I agree with that. Community first, our strength lies in our communities and grassroots efforts, and in the belief that every individual has a role in shaping Kansas' future. Inclusive growth. We advocate for policies and initiatives that benefit all Kansans, ensuring that progress leaves no one behind. Committed to the economic opportunity, healthcare, education, civic responsibility, infrastructure, environment, collaborative democracy, and election reform. Okay. Almost speaking my language. Okay, what does it say about there? Jack Harris, I don't know Jack, but all right. So all the power to okay. Right. Uh, Aaron, that's I have heard of Aaron. So, I may have met him once or twice. I'm not 100% sure. Media, so we have official recognition as a, state level party. I guess so. Yeah, May 24th, 2024, United Kansas officially recognized as a political party. So cool. Offic- Officially earned spots on Kansas ballots as the fifth political party. So we have Democrats, we have Republicans, we have Libertarians, and I think the fourth is Reform. I'm not 100% certain, so we'll go with that. Shout out to Kansas Reflector, by the way. They do a good job as the fifth political party. So United Kansas becomes the state's third recognized minor political party Friday, joining No Labels Kansas and the Libertarians on general election ballots in 24. Secretary of State Scott Schwab says United Kansas was acknowledged as a party after submitting petition signatures of registered voters that surpassed 2% of total votes cast in the gubernatorial election of 22. The new party would be able to nominate candidates and register voters under the United Kansas name. Okay. Ron. Carr said the party's organization was interested in building the argument for fusion voting, an idea that would enable United Kansas to cross-nominate Republican or Democratic candidates. Litigation may be necessary to implement this concept, he says. If the nomination process were approved, votes would be tallied separately by party and added together to produce final results. Okay, that's interesting. Um, so yeah, I don't know if once again, I don't know if I buy their arguments that uh, I don't know if I buy their arguments that the Democratic Party is too far left. I don't think it is. I think it's too far. It's I think the opposite. It's too far to the right. Right. So town halls. We have uh, Manhattan City Commission Forum with Liberal and Garden City. Nothing really local. Their platform, I think, their housing that works. Absolutely. The platform is built on Kansas values: honesty, hard work, fairness, and community. Then housing that works, strong public schools. Okay. Healthcare access for all. Yes, absolutely. That's uh, rural renewal, individual freedoms, including reproductive freedoms, protecting voting rights, ending gerrymandering, government states out of your personal life, government that works, term limits. So, so yeah, or register votes, swag, donate, run for office. Let's look at run for office. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. After seeing their platform, I think I would say that maybe. So, we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, that's going to do this little video, and we will see you tomorrow. This podcast is uncalled for. It is hosted, produced, and edited by myself, Mike Chernovsky. Our opening music for the NaPodPoMo series is this podcast uncalled for. The NaPodPoMo intro created at suno.com, suno.com. Our outro music is Open Door by Little Glass Men, licensed Creative Commons Attribution license. You can find their music at freemusicarchive.org. Our additional music includes No Frills Salsa, Alternate by Kevin MacLeod, and Incompetech.com, licensed